My name is Gaylena Burchett, and I teach at W.R. Castle Elementary in Johnson County, and I teach second grade. Last year, I started noticing that all my students were very uncomfortable in their learning environment. They were always wanting out of their seats. Can we sit on the floor? Can we move here? Can we move there? And at that time last year, I didn't even have rugs in the room. I kind of gotten away from that teaching second grade, but I thought, they're always wanting out of their seat. They're just not enjoying being in their regular desk. And for the past couple years, I had thought about doing a flexible seating, an alternative learning environment, and a friend of mine did hers at the middle school, and when I saw her pictures, that really motivated me to try. And I thought, if she can do it, maybe I can kind of steal some of her ideas. And so you can see here, this is my 21st year of teaching, and for 20 years, they've just sat in the standard regular desks. But I thought, it's time to change. We have the one-to-one technology. All of my students have the Chromebooks, and they have the freedom, they don't have to sit at a computer chair, so they can move with those. So I just thought, let's see what happens. And so about June, I kind of started looking at yard sale items, trying to find some different seating. And there's a small picture here of what our classroom looks like right now. I've changed it. It's basically kitchen tables, and most were cheap or free. A couple of them were free, and the most I paid for any of them were $10. And so, that was just the problem. They've got to be comfortable to be able to learn. And I'm very OCD, very structured, so I thought I'm going to have more trouble with it than they do. And I give them the choice of where to sit. On Mondays, they pick their seat for the week, and they stay there. And so, once we had this going on in the pictures there that you have, shows I've added 2 rugs. We have our calendar time rug, which is a really large rug that I just purchased from Walmart, really cheap. And there's a smaller rug in the corner, and those are all donated bean bags from some of my parents and also yard sales. And then you see there the pictures of our different tables. I already had the kidney-shaped reading tables for when I do reading group time, so that table stayed. And also our Director of Transportation was kind enough to let us have some bus seats. And from some of the buses that they were getting ready to sell, they were rough. So we had to really work on those and kind of refurbish those. And so we have 2 sets, and the kids really enjoy that. And I was kind of worried. I thought, will they be sturdy enough? But we made sure that they couldn't flip or anything like that. We've not had any problems with that. So we have that at 2 of our seating at our tables now. This picture was taken at the very beginning of the school year, so it has changed some since then. Then even I purchased the string lights that you sometimes see on screen-in porches or things like that from Amazon. They were really cheap. My son, who's 14, he was able to string those for me. And the kids love that, turning the lights off and reading with some lighting, softer lighting. And always in the past, I'd always had the bright, bold primary colors. So now we have more of a softer, the pastels. It's just a more inviting atmosphere. But the kids really love it. But with the standard seating, it kind of takes away from it. You see all the neat tables and the rugs, but then we just have the regular chairs. We have a couple kitchen chairs here. But the rest, so that's where the grant came in that I needed to do that, to have some more funding. So just the rugs and the bean bags, they really enjoy being able to take their Chromebook and move to another area in the classroom. And there was a lot of painting, and I had to lower a lot of the tables because they were too high for my second graders, so I had to have someone help me make them a little bit shorter for them. And at the beginning of the year, the kids, they took a survey on Google that, how they like the new classroom design, because it was in place the first day of school, because I didn't want to change it. I knew I'd have to do this kind of in steps and different phases. So they helped me choose what kind of seating that they want, in the classroom. So that's there on the coming soon. This was what the grant was written for, some of the ball chairs, stools that will just go around our reading table, and they just slide right back under so they don't take up any space. Some of the wobble stools. A lot of students, ADD, ADHD, not medicated, they need that movement, and that's really helped a lot of my students to be able to stay on task better. And then down here at the bottom, we have the little lap desks that just sit in the floor, and then they just sit on the bottom, and then they have the little desk to put their Chromebook or their book or their work on top of. But they really enjoy it, and giving them choices has really made them be more responsible because they know to stay where they want to sit, they have to earn that right. So if they're sitting with a buddy, they know, well, I can't talk all day or I'm going to get moved. So I just hope overall with my grant that it helps to improve attendance and student retention. And this year already I've had 26 days of perfect attendance out of our 50 days of school. So I think they're just more eager to learn. And, when they do come in, some weekends I've changed. There's something new, and they get excited over the new choices that they have. But so I'm just going to look at the end to see students on level that are ready for third grade, and hopefully giving them more student choices will increase, their overall performance. Any questions? That one just goes in like the seat here. It's just like a stability little cushion, and that just gives them just a little bit of a rock and movement in those. And those are not very expensive. And all of the items there on the coming soon list are Amazon items, so get them much cheaper. The ball chairs, and you can lock the wheels too on those so they can't scoot all over the room. But those run about $70. Those the ball chairs do. But so I'm still trying to look for new ideas and ways to change and update the classroom. Thank you.